Hello everyone, I'm John Higgins. This is PNG Tonight. Coming up, the PNG Teaching Service Commission is to sign a policy on a list of actions to weed out ghost names on teacher payrolls. It also wants to stop illegal transfers by teachers themselves. And pottery, a necessity in some areas, but also a lot of work. The Teaching Service Commission says it will not entertain any teacher inquiry over its counter at this point. Teachers should be in the classrooms by now anyway. This is one of several actions the Commission has devised in a form of a policy to weed out ghost names on payrolls and ensure continuity and efficiency in education. With that, 2016 shapes to be a challenging one for Baran Sori, the chairman of the Teaching Service Commission, and Samson Wangahomi, head of Commission Policy. I talked to them earlier today. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming onto the program. 2016, a big year for education in Papua New Guinea. You're meeting with the union people to sort out union issues. You've got teaching. You've got teachers to take care of this year. Let's start off with your chairman. What is it like this year?
Challenge.
Okay.
Big challenge.
Big challenge.
Because we have a number of important government policies to implement. Basically, the introduction of a standard-based education and standard-based curriculum that replaces the outcome-based education, OBE.
Yeah.
So this year we see elementary teachers begin to implement standard-based curriculum. So it's a challenge, and we are watching and encouraging teachers to have confidence, because normally curriculum is a change in curriculum, but change in curriculum does not necessarily mean change of teaching methods and skills. Teachers are well equipped with teaching methods and skills.
Right.
It's the curriculum that they can adjust to implement the curriculum.
Wait, does that mean that they have to go to refreshers or things like that to equip themselves?
Yes.
And how long does that take? I mean, you'd have a lot of teachers doing that.
That depends on the amount of work that they need to be exposed to, and the Department of Education is responsible for preparing teachers.
Okay. How many teachers do you have in this country right now?
On payroll in 2015, we had 52,000, more than 52,500.
Okay.
But we expect the number to increase this year because of new intakes, new graduates coming into the teaching force, teaching workforce, and we expect that figure to exceed 53,000.
53,000. The free education policy of the government, is that having influence in you wanting more teachers?
Yes, definitely, because many school-age children are going to school, and we see that there is a shortage of teachers.
Yes.
In some urban schools, number of teacher-student ratio is inflated.
Yeah.
Normally, we have one teacher to about 45 students in a primary setting, but that has gone up to over 45 to 50 to 60. We would be expecting
even 45 is plenty. It should be in the 20s and 30s. Really.
We have a ratio for each level: elementary, primary, secondary, vocational, technical colleges, and teachers' colleges.
Yes.
But there is also a need for increased number of teachers, because we are dealing with a growing population.
Absolutely.
Meaning that children are born every minute.
All right. Well, now what about teacher? You've got a selected number of teachers' colleges in this country that turns out teachers. Is that adequate? Do you get enough teachers to meet the demand of increasing students?
No.
Wow.
We need more teachers.
Right. Some 2 million students out there, you've got 52 or nearly 53,000 teachers. That ratio is not enough either.
Not enough.
Wow. What do we need to do?
We need to expand on our teachers' colleges, or establish more teachers' colleges. There is tendency for various provinces, provincial governments to establish teachers' colleges, and Enga provincial government is quite successful. So Enga Teachers College was established as an initiative of the Enga government, also government.
Yes,
and
yes.
it is, first it is meeting the need of teachers in Enga. Once they fill all the vacant positions, then they would market the teachers elsewhere. But that does not limit only students from Enga going into Enga Teachers Colleges.
But right now they're confined to
Yes.
Enga. I
And
think.
others have also taken it on board, like the Simbu Teachers College. A few others are in the pipeline, but the commission advise to anyone who wants to establish new teachers colleges need to comply with policies and process to ensure quality assurance is met.
Okay, okay. Oh, you need more teachers' colleges. Enga's done it. And I think it's the first provincial government in the country to have established a teachers' college. It shows that other provincial governments can do it. Any encouragement to them to do it. Provinces where they can be able to set up a teachers' college. Is there any encouragement from the Teaching Services Commission to provincial governments to do that?
As I mentioned briefly, provided they comply to quality assurance, in order that the product they produce meets the requirements of the Teaching Service Commission, which is the employer, to admit them into the teaching service.
Okay.
If they don't meet the requirements, then the commission will not employ. For instance, in one or two colleges, grade 10 leavers were taken in to be trained as teachers, but our requirement is a grade 12 qualification.
Okay.
And so the commission refused to admit them into the members of the Teaching Service Commission, because we want to implement government policy on, although having access to, but quality education.
Right.
This is the way we play in ensuring that quality education is delivered.
Okay, okay. Why don't we get to Mr. Wangehome? You are in charge. You're the Commissioner for Policy. What are the things that you do that parents need to know out there?
Well, basically, what we do at the policy section is we formulate policies. Like example, what the chairman said, we formulated policy saying you've got to have a grade 12. And that is what the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology requirements is grade 12 with a GPA of 12, 2 point and above, to be trained as a teacher. And we're saying that, yes, it's got to be grade 12, right? And so we formulate the policies, and then we do, when we check the documents, if there is an absence of grade 12 certificate or equivalent, like university matriculation, we said no, right? And then also formulate policies on teacher salary payments, teacher engagement,
right.
And all that as well. And we, as soon as we do the negotiations, the policies, and we also do determinations, right, that determine what we want. For example, the elementary teachers determination is one that we have done, and so on. And currently I'm working on a determination to be signed off by the 3 commissioners, the 2 commissioners and the chairman. And so, our policies are policies that is distributed to all provinces, to the Department of Education, and the determinations, and they are binding. They action them accordingly.
Yes. You're with PNG Tonight. This interview with Baron Sori and Samson Wangahome of the PNG Teaching Service Commission will continue after this break.